We are headed to the gym to get the nasty, sick, funky pump in. The roads have been somewhat cleared and refroze, so it should be a nice, tumultuous drive up here. I have done well with my calorie intake today. It was a little tricky because I am a Thin Mint freak. That is my absolute favorite Girl Scout cookie. And Girl Scout cookies are one of my absolute favorite cookies in general. So I love some Thin Mints. And I already had my 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, actual Girl Scout cookies, for the year. But then Wendy's come out with this Thin Mint Frosty. So cut or no cut, that had to be done. Because here's my thing, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to wait and get that Frosty again, right? Like I'm always like, oh, I'll get that in a week or two, those limited items, and then they're fucking gone. So I didn't know how long it was going to last being a limited item. So I just wanted to get it. So first day, came out today, went and got it, and yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's overhyped. It's not the most amazing Frosty in the world. I think if they put more of the Thin Mint cookie butter in mine, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get away from that. Oh yeah, I went to Wendy's, so there's definitely only one sandwich you're going to get at Wendy's, in my humble opinion, and that is the spicy chicken sandwich. So spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, small Thin Mint, ice cream, 600 some odd calories. That's a lot to take out of a 1,800 calorie day. So there's been a lot of Greek yogurt and strawberries eaten today. I don't know, for whatever reason, Greek yogurt and strawberries is my go-to for the day. When I figured it all up, it's like, oh, that's perfect for the macros. And 1 can of chicken. I like that canned chicken. It's pretty good stuff. So anyway, that is how I attacked it. That was my approach. And we came in at 1,799 calories, or 1,800 calorie day. So right on track, right on budget. We're going to hit what we need to hit. Good to go. Still got a bunch of food to eat when we get home, so happy to say we're gonna make it. And right now, for me, cutting, the hardest fucking part is staying within this calorie deficit. And I know some of y'all are probably like, oh, Chad, 1,800 calories, that's too low. That's too low, you're gonna binge. Well, look, here's the thing. If I was eating at 2,600 calories, aiming to lose 1 pound a week, it's too high for me. And I'll tell you why. Because I have a fucking problem with grabbing food here and there. I just do. So the easiest way for me to combat that, everybody's got their own thing, but the easiest way for me personally to combat that is to lower my calories. Because my calories are 1,800. In a few days, I eat 2,000, or even 2,500, or even all the way up to 2,600. I'm still in a fucking calorie deficit. And I just feel like, I don't know. It just feels like, oh, I got to eat a little more or whatever, right? I don't know. It's just mentally, for me, it does something to where I feel like, okay, I had 1,800 I was supposed to eat today, and I ate, 300 over that, and it just feels like, I don't know. Even though I did something I wasn't supposed to do, I rewarded myself or something. I don't know how to even explain it. But what I'm trying to say is, I know I'm going to fuck around and have more calories than I should. Not most days, but 1 or 2 days out of the week. Now, if you're a person that knows, oh, if I have my calories at 1,800, on Saturday, I'm going to eat 7,000 calories, then absolutely do not fucking set your calories at 1,800 and try to make it. If you know good and well you're going to throw your whole fucking week off on Saturday or Sunday because your calories were so low during the week. But I know good and well that I will keep my calorie deficit for almost every day. And if I overeat, I'm going to overeat within a calorie deficit or at maintenance max. Which means that when you average it out, I stay within a calorie deficit throughout the week. But for whatever reason, when my calorie deficit is just 500 calories, I grab a handful of nuts, 150 calories, bang. Right? Oh man, let me grab that bag of popcorn. 250 calories. Boom. Oh, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Bam, there we are. Fucking out of our calorie deficit. Like that. So, I have a bad habit of that. And I know I do. So I know if I do that in a larger calorie deficit, guess what? It's not that big of a deal because I average out staying within a deficit, even though I grabbed that handful of nuts. I had a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter, and I, had that bag of popcorn, and I still had my, had my fixes, had those craving fixes, right? And for me, it's probably not as easy as it is for other folks. Because I got kids at the house, and one of my kids has to have high calorie foods around so they can keep their weight where it needs to be because of the medication that they're on. So I have to have like bags of chips and these random fucking little bags, a pack of Oreos and some Little Debbies and all these fucking little treats I have to have laying around the fucking house so that he can grab it when he needs it. And, if I didn't have these things around the house, obviously it would be a lot easier because when I had these hankerings, it wouldn't be 3 or 4 steps away to fix them, right? But for me, 3 or 4 steps away, open up the cabinet doors, there's peanuts, there's fucking Reese's bars, there's Frosted Flakes, there's all these foods that are tasty, a bag of chips, so on and so forth. A lot of these things that I pretty much limit myself from. And to say I'm not going to reach into the Frosted Flake box and grab a handful out, eat that handful when I'm having a craving is unrealistic for me. I know I'm probably going to. So, what is realistic for me is just setting my calories lower and almost adding that in. And here's the other thing I'll tell you. When I grab a handful of fucking Frosted Flakes, I track those calories. That fucking goes into the calorie counter. You know, I'll shake my head like, golly, man, can't believe I had a fucking handful of peanuts. Jeez Louise. It tasted good, but what was I thinking? That's going to take me out of my 1,800 calories. Let me plug that in. Because I ain't going to go over, 2,000 calories. Or damn sure not going over 2,600 calories. And I can tell you right now, if I'm at maintenance, that was a fucking really fucking bad day. That just generally doesn't happen. Even on the days that I cheat a little bit, if you want to call it that. I hate that term because it doesn't feel like I'm cheating. I'm just grazing. If I graze, let's just put it that way. If I graze a little bit, as long as I'm within a calorie deficit, I'm good. Now, does that make it so like, oh, I could have like got to my goal faster if I stuck to my calorie deficit completely and I never grabbed a handful of peanuts out of the cabinet and ate them throughout the whole weight loss journey? Yeah, probably, but it's just unrealistic for me. Sorry, that's just me. And I try to have healthy options to graze on. Like nuts, I consider a healthy option, right? Almonds, love some almonds. Almonds that are flavored different ways, love that. They're high as shit in calories, but they're fucking tasty, but they're also healthy. And they got good healthy fats, help regulate hormones, so on and so forth. We all know what the healthy side of nuts can do, and that it's a healthier option than grabbing a bag of Doritos. So that's generally what I gravitate towards, is things like that. I got rice cakes. Oh, let me grab a rice cake when I'm grazing, things like that. And there will be many days where I don't graze at all. I will go 5-6 days, no grazing, nothing. And then, it'll hit me and be like, oh, okay, I need to graze a little bit. And it's probably like compulsive eating or something, or some sort of a, fat person eating disorder that I had that I don't know how to classify it or whatever. I'm sure it's something like that. But it is what it is. So, anyway, enough of that. Enough talk of why I set my calorie goals so low and what it does for me. Helps keep me stay on track because I pick around at food. So having my goal set low helps me. Maybe one day into this journey, a half year down the road, another 2 years down the road, I'll get to a point where I don't have the habit of grazing. But I do have that habit. And I always told y'all I was going to be real with you. That's why I'm doing this, so you can see how I do what I do, the strategies I use, so on and so forth. And it's kind of a vulnerable moment to sit here and say, look, I fuck up often, at least once or twice a week, and that's why I have my calories set low. So it's basically that I'm banking my calories for the days that I'm gonna fuck up, if we're being honest. But I don't see it any different as saying, well, I'm on a 2,000 calorie diet, and I'm gonna eat 1,800 calories Monday through Friday so I can go out to a fast food restaurant on Saturday. I don't see any difference in that, and what I do and that. What I do is more sporadic. I just never know when I'm going to grab that extra food and eat it. And if we look at my calorie consumption across the last 3 months, I've eaten 1,200 calories over my budget. Now you average that in across the 2 months. That's pretty damn good. Maybe I went just a smidgen over that when I was sick with the flu and tonsillitis, and I didn't the flu and strep throat, and I didn't track as well as I should have for those days. So we could say that those days I went over another 2,000 calories. So we'll say 4,000 calories I've been over the past 2 months. Well, you average that out, I'm still in a calorie deficit. I'm good to go, right? So, and quite a large calorie deficit too. So, anyway, do what you will with that, but that's kind of my goal, my strategies for combating grazing, and how I deal with my propensity to snack around on food and want to eat outside of my budgeted calories. I just set my budget so low that if I eat outside of it, it doesn't hurt anything. I still know I'm in a deficit and losing weight. So, you know, it is what it is. And, it's a constant struggle to get better at my dietary habits every day. Going to the fucking gym and hitting the gym, I love that. It's not a struggle at all. Getting my lifting in, not a struggle at all. The diet, that's the hard part. Make sure you're tracking all your fucking calories. Every single thing you put in your pie hole, you enter it into a calorie tracker, and you know how much food you're eating, so you can make sure you're in a deficit. If you're trying to lose weight, you have to be tracking your fucking calories. If you're trying to gain weight, you have to be tracking your calories. If you're trying to bodybuild and you're not tracking your calories, you're suboptimal, to say the best. And it makes no sense to try to optimize every other part of bodybuilding. Try to optimize your nutrition. Try to optimize your supplements. Try to optimize your training routine. Try to optimize your cardio. Try to optimize every area of bodybuilding, and then intuitively eat. Not optimize your eating habits. All right, your calorie intake. The easiest way to optimize your calorie intake is to track your calories and your macros, so you know what you're putting in your body. And then make adjustments as you move along. It's okay not to be perfect, as long as you're consistent. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not perfect when it comes to any of this, when it comes to food tracking. But I'm very consistent over time. All right, y'all. Let's go in here and get this workout in. Today is arm day. We're going to go in here and get an arm pump in. It'll be biceps, triceps. And then we're probably going to do 30 minutes on the cardio machine. I did get a treadmill for the house earlier today off Facebook Marketplace for $25. Great find. Love that. And I got an hour on that earlier, and it was better than the old treadmill. So that was a blessing in disguise, actually. So now we only need about 30 minutes after the workout. We're good to go. But maybe we get an hour. Maybe we're feeling really fucking good. We get a full hour. So I don't think we're going to superset. I think we're just go in here and do regular exercises and regular sets, and just really hone in on trying to, you know, get as much stimulus as we can. And I will talk to y'all on the way home.
Now it's all on me. This world. I bet you will.
Ah! Holy shit. All right, goal here is to get a good fucking pump, then we'll go check it out. All right, that's enough. Well, we got veins popping and we ain't even flexing. Oh, that's sick. Pump's so good it fucking hurts to do the tricep. Oh, we're finally getting it popping there. Oh man, look at that, it's happening. Oh, it took a while, but we got it. Ooh, shit. I just can't get over this. The vascularity here though. Oh, that's sick. All right, we ain't there yet. Damn sure getting there.
It's funny because there's one time where like I forgot what the fuck we were talking about, but I think we're like a hypothetical situation, like a kid like stole some pictures or some shit. And the man like I was looking like found him right down the side of the and dude, he's not like actually really well, but I started listening. I was like, what? I was, you know what's happening, bro? Dude, I would drive to Salt Lake City, be there for 3 hours and come back. On the spot. That's like 3.5 days. It's crazy. They texted the fuck out of my side business. Did you already file? No, I'm waiting on one more thing. What is this? It's for scholarship I got last semester. I can tax it. No, but they're gonna report it like it's not taxed. It's only for my scholarship, but they're actually taxing it. I don't know why they did it. I guess I mean, you can actually really all like actually you look at it, like can actually I've never once well, you know, I don't think you get like I'm not getting about that. It's probably fine. Like I know, I don't know why. I will say that. Yeah, but like, they want like hot dogs. That's like, yeah, exactly. That's like a no, yeah, it's definitely not. It's one of those Twilight things where it's like at like 9. It was. We were drinking. It's supposed to be bad. The rest of the milkshake was shit. Milkshake was good. I was like, no, I'm not.
All right. The lift is done. We are complete with everything today. And yeah, it is time to roll, which is what we are gonna do. Roll to the house, get me some protein, eat it all up today. Gonna have protein. All right, so we're gonna go home and we are gonna have our protein, our creatine, and sleep and get up and do it again tomorrow. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know how we do it around these parts. Tomorrow will be leg day, so that will be fun. We will push and do what we can to get legs done. And yeah, I am just exhausted and tired and just really feeling the calorie deficit. Tonight is one of those nights where I got a really good workout in and I just completely exhausted myself. Hour and a half cardio today, did an hour earlier, did a half hour tonight. Like I've said before, I think an hour and a half is up there. That's pretty high. You know, I was doing 2 hours of cardio for a while, and you know, it works, but there comes a point when you use up so much glycogen, it's hard to think and fucking communicate. And that's kind of where we are right now tonight. And you know, it is what it is. You know, we went to fucking Wendy's earlier today and splurged and ate. And that's the thing, like, you can have Wendy's, you can fit that shit in when you're on a 1,800 calorie diet, but at what cost, right? So for us tonight, the cost is that we're not 100% in our mental capacities right now. I don't feel like. I don't think it's terribly bad, but I can just obviously tell that I have a little bit of brain fog. You know, and it's, I would say it's not as bad as when I did that 72-hour fast. Brain fog is not that intense, but it is intense. So it is what it is. If you are doing a diet like this, you got to make sure you're hitting your protein. 1 gram of protein for every pound of body fat for your ideal weight. If you don't know what your fucking ideal weight is, it's really simple. Use a BMI chart. It's about the only damn thing a BMI chart is good for, is determining how much protein you should eat if you're on a massive diet. If you're getting that, you're not going to lose muscle, even if you're not getting the carbohydrates you need. And you might not gain muscle, or your muscle gain might be very, very minimal. Like our muscle gain is very minimal. Right now we're gaining like 0.01% muscle mass every 3 weeks. that ain't good, folks. That ain't where we want it to be. We want those are rookie numbers. We want to pump those numbers up, as Mr. McConaughey would say. So, well, just know that, that's not exactly what we're looking for number-wise, right? So if you're on a diet like that, if you're on a super restrictive diet, and I think you can knock your diet down to 1,200 calories. I would never ever go lower than that, but I have been at 1,200 calories, and I have got my protein in on that, and it's basically a keto diet, because you're basically just eating fucking protein with, a smidget of carbohydrates here and there. The amount of like carbohydrates you have is fucking silly, kind of, actually, honestly. And the reason that we're being affected so much today is because we had all our carbohydrates at once, and we had a bunch of fats all at one time, and it was earlier in the day when we ate our Wendy's. So what did we have before we went to work out? Pre-workout meal. That was a keto bun, PB2 peanut butter, and sugar-free jelly sandwich. And it put some protein in our belly. It put some fiber in our belly, but not much carbohydrate did it put in our belly. So our body does not have a lot of carbohydrates just to fucking function right now. It's like Jake Gyllenhaal, I think it was Jake Gyllenhaal that was in that movie that said, you gotta have carbohydrates to function. You can't just not eat fucking carbohydrates. You need dextrose. Your brain runs off dextrose, which is true. So, just know that if you do it and don't exercise, it's much more likely you're not going to have a brain fog situation or a lethargic situation, right? But if you do a diet this restrictive and you exercise and you don't take into account when you're eating your carbohydrates, then this is the outcome you might see. And it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking die. It's not terrible, right? But it's just a little uncomfortable, and it's not a ton of fun. But being that we're fixing to go into the house and we're gonna eat a bite and then we're gonna go to sleep, we're gonna be quite all right. Hey, what are we eating? We are gonna have Greek yogurt. Just gonna give us some protein, a little bit of carbohydrates. It's fat-free, so no fats. A scoop of protein powder, which will give us more protein. No fats, and really not hardly any carbohydrates in that either. And then I'll put some strawberries in that, and those strawberries will act as a source of carbohydrates, and fast-acting carbohydrates at that, with the fructose. So we're going to be able to feel much better here in about 20 minutes after we eat and all of that absorbs. And then, we're going to go to sleep. We're going to get up in the morning. We're going to do it again. But tomorrow, we're not going to have a treat, because we treated ourselves today. And we just can't overly retreat ourselves, because this is the situation we're in. So just know, you can have whatever the fuck you want on a diet, as long as you hit your protein goal, and as long as you stay within your calorie parameters. And as long as you're willing to accept whatever uncomfortable outcome might happen due to the consumption of macros at a odd time of the day. Or you might time it better than me. You might time it and be like, I'm going to have mine right before I work out. Eat it, run, work out, use it to fuel your workout, feel great. You know, it does not have to have this consequence attached to it. Like you can eat it at a better time of the day, right before you work out, and use it for fuel. That's quite all right. That's probably the better way to do it. So be mindful when you eat, what you eat, how you eat. Make sure you're hitting the calorie macros, protein macros, and don't restrict yourself too much. Allow yourself some treats, especially if you're on a long cut like I was. You're on a 1.5 year fucking cut. You're going to have to allow yourself to live life and eat the foods that you enjoy, because this is something that is a lifestyle at this point. Golly, I can't believe we're coming out of the diet. I can't believe it's that time. It's been so long. So excited. I think I'm going to do a video of how I used to eat the day that, like the day or 2 days after coming out of this diet, and show y'all the ridiculous silliness that I used to do before we go into our bulking. And then also the other thing is, I'm thinking about getting the macro factor app whenever I go into this bulk, so that it can just track my calories and tell me what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat. Basically like a nutritionist in my pocket. So let me know if any of you have used the oh gosh, how am I forgetting the name of that? I just said it. Macro Factor. Let me know if any of y'all have used Macro Factor, and if you have, what do you think of it? Because I'd love y'all's opinions on this, and let me know if you think I should utilize the Macro Factor app as I roll into the bulking phase. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Have a great night. Make sure you dominate everything you do inside and outside of the gym.